Hello to all students. I hope you are doing fine. I am Professor Masood fuzail. Today we are going to discuss structure and some important functions of phylum Porifera. As the name indicates that phylum pore mean pores and fera to bear. Such animals which contain pores on their general body surface are known as poriferans. They are also known as sponges. They belong to a group known as Parazoa. To discuss the structure of a sponge, I have drawn a diagram of a regular sponge. The body of the sponge consists of two layers of cells. It means they are diploblastic animals. The outer layer of the cell, which you can see in black and blue cells, these cells are called Pinacocytes. These Pinacocytes are specialized cells which contain pores. These cells make up a layer or skin which is known as Pinacoderm on the body surface of the sponge. These sponges are found in fresh water and also in marine water. They are attached with the substratum or rock, and they are very simple animals. They do not have tissue and organ kind of level of organization. The outer body surface is made up of Pinacoderm, which is made up of Pinacocytes. If you look inside the body, there is one more layer of the cell which you can see in the red color. These are Choanocytes. Choanocytes join together to form a layer of cells which is known as Choanoderm. Between the Pinacoderm and Choanoderm, there is a non-cellular, acellular or gelatinous material which is known as mesenchyme. You can see in green color. This is the part where amoeboid cells are present. The sponge has a cavity in center. This cavity is known as spongocoel. The spongocoel contain water in it which coming through pores present on the general body surface of the sponges. If you look at the structure of a sponges, there are many pores present on the surface of the body of the sponges. These pores are known as ostia. Ostia allow to water come into the body of the sponge, and there is one major opening on the upper end of the sponge which is known as osculum. Osculum is the main opening through which water leaves the sponge. If you look at the structure of choanocytes in detail to understand the concept of choanocyte is a made up of cell body which contain nucleus, cytoplasm and other organelles. On the upper surface of the cell body there is a delicate collar which contain microvilli, and on the other side there is a flagellum which beats to propel water and helps in feeding process. So this is the general structure of the body of a sponge. Now let's discuss some important functions of the phylum Porifera. General body structure I already have discussed about you. It has composed of two layers, Pinacoderm and Choanoderm. If we look at the water vascular system, by the continuous beating of the flagella of choanocytes, water enter through ostium. Ostia enters into the spongocoel, circulate in the spongocoel, and then leaves through an opening known as osculum. This is the water vascular system. If we look at the food of the sponges, the water coming inside the spongocoel contain small microorganisms like phytoplanktons and zooplanktons, and also organic detritus matter which can be phagocytosed by choanocytes and pinacocytes and can be used as a food for energy. If we look at the nervous system of the sponges, they do not have any specialized nervous system like brain and spinal cord, but they have some nervous cells which regulate the water vascular system. If we look at the reproduction, sponges do reproduce by asexual and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction takes place by budding. In this method, a small outgrowth is produced on the surface of the body of the sponge. Then later on, this bud separates from the parent body and detaches from it and grows into new sponge. If the buds are formed inside the body, then these are called gamules. During sexual reproduction, they are hermaphrodite and protandrous. Male gametes are first formed. Male gametes are transported to female gametes by amoeboid cells. where fertilization takes place, and a larva is produced which is known as planula larva. Planula larva swims in the water for some time and later on settles on the surface of a rock or a substratum and grow up into a new sponge. If we look at the symmetry of the sponges do not have a symmetry because they are asymmetrical animals, and they are sometimes have radial symmetry. If we look at the importance of sponges, the sponges are very important in industry. They are used for bathing purpose. The sponges are obtained from the oceans. They are beaten, washed, and can be used as for washing purpose. They are also used in surgical operation for absorption of waste materials like blood and mucus present in the body. The sponges are also used for soundproof building material. They can be used as if you want to build a room with soundproof, you can use sponges in the between the walls of the room. If we look at the skeleton of the sponges consists of two parts, spicules and spongian fibers. Spicules are needle-like structures which are present on the osculum and on near the ostia, and also present inside the body. Spicules can be calcareous or siliceous. Calcareous spicules are made up of calcium carbonate, while siliceous spicules are made up of silica. They also contain spongian fibers. Spongian fibers are made up of collagen protein fibers which hold the body cells of the body to maintain the shape and structure of the sponges. So in this way we have tried to discuss structure and some main functions of sponges, introductory function. In the next lecture we will see in detail about their water vascular system, body forms, and other features. I hope you have understand it. If you do, please like it, subscribe it, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next lecture. Bye.